Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, those of you on YouTube and those of you on TikTok, Blam Flam. Hey, we thank the Most High, Sanini Nanini, even the I am that I am. Now, let us pray. Oh, Most High, I am that I am, we thank you for all that you've done. The spirit that moves upon the water. We thank you for creating in all things, and you give us a day of rest, that we should rest from our labors, that we should have to not even pick up a toothpick if that is what we don't need to do. We thank you for our friends. We thank you for our family. We thank you for those things that you have given us. We thank you for subduing our enemies. We thank you for delivering them into our hands. We thank you for giving us a mind and a mentality to war and to fight. We thank you for these things. We thank you for the fighting, not only in politics, but fighting also if we had to physically fight, if we had to war with those things, the weapons of warfare. We thank you for these things. We thank you for all things. For we know you will give us the tactical and technical and every type of technology or wisdom that we should have to subdue our enemies in whatever manner we have to subdue them to keep them off of us. And we thank you. Many of them are slaughtering our children, they're slaughtering our women, they're slaughtering young men. They go about even for no reason at all, just because they can. Oh, most holy Sanini Nanini, even the great I am. Give us that bravery, give us that heart. Remove the fear from our heart, but in the trust and confidence in you, that you have prepared and prospered our way, even our campaign. We thank you. Yes, yes, yes. You talk about peace, there is no peace. Even the Messiah, who you call the Messiah, that I didn't come to bring peace. He said, I come to bring a sword. You got these hard-headed people sitting up there led by these hard-headed devils who guide them around their hard-headed way. Now, we're in Genesis chapter 14. Chapter 14 of Genesis, and it reads, And it came to pass in the days of Amraphel, the king of Shinar, Arioch, king of Elisar, Chedorlaomer, kings of Elam, Tidal, king of nations, that these made war with Bera, king of Sodom, and Birsha, and king of Gomorrah, and Sinab, and Admah, and Shimber, king of Zeboim, the king of Bela, which is Zor. Now we know Zor is also, there's a Zor in South Africa too. This is confusion of lands. We don't know what they changed. We don't know how they do it, but there are suggestions on YouTube and TikTok as to what happened here. Now all these were joined together in the Vale of Siddim, which is the Salt Sea. 12 years they served at Chedorlaomer, and in the 13th year they rebelled. And verse 5, in the 14th year came Chedorlaomer, the kings that were with him, and smote the Rephaims and Ashtaroth. Now Ashtaroth also is a god too. This people name themselves right after a devil. Now Karnaim and the Zuzim in Ham, and the Emans and Sheva and Kirathaim, and the Horites in their Mount Seir. Now El-Paran, which is by the wilderness. And they returned and came to Mizphat, which is Kadesh, and smote all the countries of the Amalekites, and also the Amorites, and dwelt in Hazazontamar. Now these went out, the king of Sodom, and the king of Gomorrah, and the king of Admah, and the king of Zeboim, and the king of Bela, the same as Zor. And they joined battle with Chedorlaomer, the king of Elam, which is with the title king of nations, and Amraphel, king of Shinar, and Arioch, and king Elasar, and the 4 kings with 5. And the vale of Siddim was full of slime pits, and the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled. They fled. We ain't bothering with this, and fell there. And so they made a mistake. They fled the wrong way. And they fled to the mountains. And they took all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah, all their victuals, and with all their way, and went their way. And they took Lot's Abrams brother, who dwelt in Sodom, and his goods, and departed. See, Lot chose something, but I don't know why he chose that, but he chose the wrong way. And there came one that escaped and told Abram the Hebrew, that he dwelt in the plain of Mamre, the Amorite, the brother of Eshcol, the brother of Aner, and these were confederate with Abraham. In other words, they were confederate with Abraham. They were his allies. See, Abraham had a lot of power. Abraham was a very rich man. See, riches was not with gold, but with cattle. And then with the cattle, he had servants. And see, those weren't necessarily servants. That's the English. They were his employees. Okay? His employees. That's what they were. They wasn't just slaves or nothing like that. They was see, you had to live with a person, become part of their people, because, you know, in order to eat, you get a piece of meat, you get some of this and that. That was your wages. You might get a cow, your own little cow, but they mostly ate together. It was like a family deal. You family with all of us. So here we go again. They took Lot, Abrams' brother, verse 13, and there came one that had escaped and told Abraham, the Hebrew, for he dwelt in the plain of Mamre, the Amorite, the brother of Eshcol, the brother of Aner, and these were confederate with Abraham. And when Abraham heard that his brother was taken captive, he armed his trained servant. Hold up, wait a minute. It's time to get some Glocks in it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, he started training them. You shoot a Glock like this, you shoot a Glock like that, you take an AR like this, and you take a bow and arrow like that. Hey, we ready to go because they got my brother, and this is not going to be happening. I'm going to put something on them that they'll never forget. Okay? That's the way you got to be. You see, they teach you the way of love your neighbor as yourself. They teach you turn the other cheek. No, that's not going to work. Not when they subtly hitting the other cheek. Not when they study stabbing you in the stomach and shooting you in the head because they stopped you on a traffic stop. Or sit up there and just saw you walking somewhere and got in a doggone pickup truck and just got out at each other. We gonna hunt us one, boys. Now, here you go. And you stand up there like cowards, not ready to lose your life for your brother. Or those in your hood or your clan. You don't want to lose your life with them. And then all of you starting all kind of chaos. That's conquer and divide. You already conquered and divide when you start killing one another. But anyway, Abraham heard he wasn't conquered and divided. He knew who Lot was. He just said, hey, Lot, you rich, I'm rich. Hey, I want you to go over there. That way we expand, we'll meet. That's what's going on here. And he divided himself against them and his servants by night, and smote them and pursued them unto Haba, which is on the left of Damascus. See, Abraham like, hey, we're going to take him by night. So you understand that a lot of these ignorant people that sit up there and and come in your house without a warrant, they come in your house just want to steal something. They usually do it by dusk or by dawn. And then midnight. When 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, this is what I mean. And just when you don't think nobody's coming, that's when they come. That's the time to watch out. So you gotta arm yourself. These are the days that this thing is gonna happen. And Abraham, and he brought back all the goods. See, Abraham, he went down, he wasn't taking no stuff. He brought back all the goods. Again, his brother Lot's and his good. He brought back the women that was with brother Lot and the people. And the king of Sodom went out to meet him after his return from the slaughter of Chedorlaomer, the kings that were with him, at the valley of Shavah, which is the king's dale. And Melchizedek, the king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine. He said, yeah, we're ready to party. And he sit up there, and the priest, he was a priest of the Most High. And he blessed him. Blessed be Abraham. Blessed be Abraham. Oh, he not only sit up there and he subdued, he went at the timing of the Most High and said, blessed be Abraham, the Most High God, possessor of the Most High God, possessor of heaven and earth. In other words, he said, you bless Abraham. Really, Abraham was a Messiah. And blessed be the God, blessed be the high God, which have delivered thy enemies into thy hand, and he gave him tenth of all. And the king of Sodom said to Abraham, give me the persons, and take the goods to thyself. And Abraham said unto the king of Sodom, I have lifted up my hand unto the Lord, the Most High, the possessor of heaven and earth, and I will not take a thread, even a shoe latchet. I will not take anything that is thine, lest thou shouldst say, I have made Abraham rich, save only that which the young man have eaten, and the portion of the men which were with me. Aner and Eshcol and Mamre, let them take their portions. Now, That's a powerful story.